Right, hello there. It's that guy on YouTube that never ever posts any videos. So I'll just be showing you a few graphical enhancement mods, and the first, as you can probably notice, that's the most obvious one, is Dragon Warrior Effects. So if you just go into your magic, and I think it's in illusion, then you'll be able to control your reality. Well, so what that means is if you equip that, you can then download the course, and after a bit you should get a little menu. So how do I use this, you ask? Well, you go into dynamic presets, and then it has a whole load of lists which you'll be able to like change what effects are in which conditions. So when it's day it'll have some effects. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, and then you can go in and edit each one like that. But there's also just the base one, which if you edit, then you have filter and effects. Right now what I've got mine set to is saturation highest. If you just, I'll turn that down a bit and you see exactly what difference it makes. So it makes it all a lot more colourful, and brightness doesn't really matter. Contrast. Now that is fun. I think I'll turn that up a little brighter. Yeah. And so also you have effects, which is depth of field too. So if you turn up the depth of field near, then you actually get a lot of fading. Do remember to also save and then do that and clip, so I'll go for it. Go away, you silly thing. Yeah. Where's my depth?
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days?
That's
Everyone is obsessed with
weird.
F.
Oh yeah, and you can also turn up motion blur and bloom. I'm not even sure what bloom does, but does something. And then there's also color shifts. I don't know. Color style. You get all sorts of different color styles. So I just have to stop all this before it messes everything up. So you can play about with an awful lot of stuff in here, and I think depth of field should work. Where are you, depth of field? Oh crap. Ah, this is way too bright. And we'll turn the contrast down a little bit. There's an awful lot of clicking. I wish there was like a circular menu or something, that would be great. But also what I've got on here is a static mesh improvement mod, which is most obvious if we just go around and find a barrel here. It looks a bit different. Now at the moment actually I'm not even using the HD DLC. I'm just using the standard definition without the DLC, and it's looking pretty good. It really is. But this computer can run most stuff, so almost everything actually. So I'm not too bothered. And ooh, pretty. So also I've got a clear waters mod, which is probably the clear waters mod, which is probably most useful out of all the mods here, and you just go around and find some water. If you're swimming, this means that, you know when you're swimming out, it's all like really murky green and impossible to see through. Clear waters, obviously, they're quite a lot clearer actually. Oh yeah, also I've got watery rocks, which I didn't realise how much actually atmospheric they were. Just looking at this rock and imagining that rock in there, it's not right. Whereas there's water here, so it's all shiny. I just need to find a place to go to swim. Perfect. Love cheats. Cool. Still not deep enough. Oh dear, everything's going wrong. So basically it looks like this. It's very, very clear water. Yep, very, very clear water, so you can actually see all the water environments properly and look at some fish if you really want to do fishing. Also, I'm very interested if someone could point me out to a food mod or something, because cooking is completely useless. Not quite completely, but just really very pointless. So there's hardly any point in even doing cooking, especially since it doesn't advance any skill. If you had it advance alchemy and actually be useful, of like certain foods have magical effects and things like that, that would be actually decently useful. I'd like that. You can see there's quite a long distance away that you can just see through here. I guess if we... No, yeah, it looks a little bit unnatural, but it's very useful. Also, the thing I love here is that all these rocks, they're dry, yet rocks on the surface aren't. There is one. Why aren't you watery? There should be some watery rocks around here somewhere. But this was mostly just to show a bit about Dragon War effects, because it makes the most difference. So I hope you just have a look at it, see how it works. This is all usable on the Steam Workshop, so you can just go and find it. You can go and find those and use them. And there was another... what was it called? There was... yeah, something else. There was another effects mod, which was actually done in the Steam Workshop, but that's actually a 2.0 install. You actually have to go to Skyrim Nexus and go and get some stuff and download it manually. So Dragon Warrior Effects is very easy to use, easy to install, and makes quite a lot of difference. I'll just show you the full contrast level, because it is a bit ridiculous. All of this stuff I'm using is actually done... is it this one? Yeah. All of this stuff I'm actually using in the game right now, so it's all working together pretty well. Added little water improvement on, but that didn't go very well with clear waters. You had like huge lines, like squares of water, where it was completely different to the next patch of water. there was another thing I wanted to show you, which is manipulate weather by they use something. DUS. That's Human Revolution, of course. No, so it takes a long time to cast, but when you do, it gives you a load of boxes. So you can say clear skies, so the rain will stop. Yeah, this looks back there. Ooh, actually getting rid of those clouds. Oops. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Skies, you saw the card. So if I just look up, you'll see this sun goes a little bit weird. Yeah, we have two suns. So if you just have a look around, I mean, this does look brilliant. Especially with the Dragon Warrior effects, you can turn up the saturation and turn up into Skies of Solengard, and it looks amazing. If you've got this on 720p, you should be able to see this quite well. But yeah, so I'll show you some more stuff, like if you want a dark version, so I want the dark side, and there's also a fog version. It does take a while to change, but it's very good when it has changed. You know, actually this whole bit reminds me of the skills menu. Yep. I'm sure they're based around the same thing. Snowstorm. I haven't actually tried that. So if you want this, the manipulate weather spell doesn't actually appear in your magic instantly. You have to go to Riverwood, and I'll just show you exactly where it is. Wow, I've come a long way. It's just by the campfire. I'll just show you in a second. So you can go find it there, and it should be about here. If you look, this campfire, just outside Riverwood. So you can get that, do all sorts of wacky stuff with it, make it the most green place. And I wish to release you that actually says, I'm not sure why it's not displaying properly. It's probably resolution problems, but you can change it to all sorts of stuff. Got snowstorm at the moment. Wow, that was pretty intense. And then I can make it all foggy. See the fog? Yes. Well, if you want to shoot something, if you want to shoot something, yeah, you go and get the Dwarven gun mod. But if you want to like shoot a movie or something, make some sort of mission mod in Skyrim, then you can use this weather mod and it'll give you all sorts of nice things, all sorts of nice settings. Also, Dragon Warrior effects can also give you some very nice settings too, to make stuff look pretty. And that should be about it. I just started a new game at the moment. Oops, actually, accidentally set myself on fire. I've started a new game here because cloud saving is just really stupid at the moment. So we've got a new character, only like 10 hours in, not really done much, but I'll just do my best, and I should have some more stuff. Also, I'll play through the summer holidays, really one shot. Yeah. I might get some Minecraft with the yeah, also I've got the hunting mod, which increases the value of most, like, all the pelts and